What's going on, my JMO family? This your boy Big C back at you once again with another hot video, like I always like to say. And what I always like to say too is I can't stop, I won't stop. I will be shooting these videos for my JMO family, because like I said in my last video, I take care of my peoples. I take care of my JMO family. That's what Big C does. I take care of my family. So thanks to everybody out there who supports me, who's part of the JMO family. If this is your first time looking at the video, welcome. And please hit that subscribe button to become part of the JMO family. Like I said, I'm telling you, the cookouts be on point now. I'm telling you. We got Big Daddy Crispy on the grill. You know, he can make them ribs now, the red make you want to slap your mama. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, boy. So please hit that subscribe button. If this is your first time looking at JMO, become part of the family. Please hit that subscribe button. But not going to take too much of your time. We're going to jump right into the video. Today's video is coming from the FS1 family. It's the First Thing First show with Chris Carter and Nick Wright. Got his last name is Nick Wright. I got you, Nick. I know, boy. I'll be on it now. But we're going to look at the video. And of course, they're talking about my 49ers. They're talking about my boy Jimmy G, Jimmy Garoppolo. Did he deserve that big contract that he got? That 5-year, $137.5 million contract. So let's see what them boys have to say. And then your boy Big C gonna get into it and tell you how he feel about the contract. So let's get it.
Glenn became the proverbial man last night. Jimmy Garoppolo just became the highest paid player in NFL history when the 49ers signed him to a 5-year, $137.5 million deal. $74 million of it guaranteed. Jimmy G was traded to the Niners last season. He went 5-0, the longest active regular season winning streak in the NFL.
$74 million,
How can you quantify his excitement? Check out his Instagram. This pretty much says it all.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's as understated as
Jimmy, can I borrow just a couple mil? Just a couple
from Jimmy G to
couple.
warrant
That's
a
all
deal
I'm
like
asking.
this.
Well, this is the normal operating mode of doing business. Like once they made the trade for Jimmy G, I told Nick he didn't need to play. Like he was going to get what we would think to be a max deal. I thought that he would be in the top 3 highest paid quarterbacks. You just have to be careful when guys get contracts like this that we just think it's ginormous. We don't know what the guarantees are, because you can stack the money where it be a more cap friendly if he doesn't have the guarantees that some of the other guys. But I'm not surprised. Kirk Cousins he's been franchised the last 2 years at a number just below this number. So I'm not shocked at all. People were shocked with Matthew Stafford's contract, but what this will do is it will have an effect on the other quarterbacks in the league that are up for contracts. People like Drew Brees, Kirk Cousins, and others.
It's going to have an effect on quarterbacks who aren't up for contracts. You think Aaron Rodgers sees this?
Well, Aaron said that Aaron knows
Aaron
his contract is coming. Also, Matty Ice,
real
got
money.
1
You
year
hear
left
me?
on his contract.
If Jimmy G getting
also,
this,
you know, Tom Brady
A-Rod about to get
potentially
them
could be
dollars.
involved in that. So it will have an effect on people looking for new deals and those whose contractors are up.
Do you remember when Jimmy G got traded to San Francisco, and I believe they were starting a gentleman named C.J. Beathard at quarterback, and Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch were like, listen, we're not rushing Jimmy in. It's a complicated offense. We don't need him to play just yet. We'll see. I had the wild, crazy take, like, I'll tell you what John Lynch doesn't want is Jimmy G to get on the field and look like as good as they hope he actually is. What happened? C.J. Beathard got hurt at the end of the game against Seattle, a game where their offense had done nothing, a game where they were about to drop to 1-10 on the year. And Jimmy G came in, instantly threw a touchdown pass, seemed to energize the team, started the next week, and they haven't lost since. That was great for momentum going into the offseason. That was great for confidence. Might be great for their ability to attract free agents to San Francisco.
True fact about that.
Great for their
we might get some people now, baby.
You said he was going to get paid no matter what.
No matter what.
Right. And you said you thought he could get 5 years, 125. I thought that was a little high. He got 5 years, 138.
Yeah, that's not, I mean, it's still in the same ballpark. I thought that he would get this contract. Now, I knew that he wouldn't get the guarantees that we have seen from some of the others, and that is the unproven part. Once you trade for Jimmy
$74
G
million,
from New
that's
England,
enough
you
guarantee
have to
that I
pay him.
need,
There
boy.
is no other
I'll
equation
be
where
out
he's
here
not
buying
going to
all
get
type
paid.
of crazy
I don't care
stuff.
if he didn't play.
Two
I don't care if he
Lamborghinis,
played and
please.
went undefeated. Because they traded for him, the confidence that they had in trading for him knew that they were going to compensate him at this level.
But we do know he got the most guaranteed money of any quarterback ever. $74 million. We don't know how it's structured.
Yes.
We don't know how they're doling it out. We also know he got the highest average annual salary of any player ever.
Yeah, so did Matt Stafford. So did the guy before him.
So
like,
Matt
this is the
Stafford,
way
Derek Carr. Right. I understand. But
yeah, they weren't the best either.
But the idea that once they traded for him, he was instantly going, and I'm not saying he won't be worth it. He looked awesome. But the idea that he was instantly not going to become one of the highest paid players in the league, but the highest paid player, like that, I know not much surprises you, but that's...
Yeah, but it's not, don't get stuck on he's the highest paid, all right? He's the latest guy who did a contract. The way we used, before we had the Ricky
True
Wade
facts
scale,
about Chris.
we used to
True
draft the guy.
facts, 'cause
number
everybody
1
gonna
or
get
2,
more money
this guy
than Jimmy
becomes
G.
the highest paid.
He better
we
get more
didn't
money.
care then. Like, don't get caught up in the highest paid. I can guarantee you 6 months from now, he won't be the highest paid.
No, I agree. That
True
will
facts.
be true. When
True facts.
Kirk Cousins might beat it, if someone
Yeah.
else renegotiates, they might.
Would he have been offered the same deal had he not played one game for the Niners last season?
I had him at 20. I had him at least 25 million.
Even if he didn't play at all?
Even if he did not
Okay.
play one game. The franchise tag is $23 million. They could franchise him or sign him to a long-term deal. So no, I knew this. They had to pay him.
Well, that is what's curious to me is, and I'm not saying it's the wrong move. And John Lynch clearly, listen, he's got a 6-year deal, or I guess 5 years left. Kyle Shanahan's got 5 years left. Jimmy G now has 5 years left. They're all aligned perfectly. But when typically the reason you don't want to franchise a quarterback is because it sets you up for the Kirk Cousins thing. Franchise him once, then if you franchise him twice, then if you franchise him third time, you're looking at $100 million over 3 years. Well, he's looking at essentially $100 million over 3 years on this deal. For him to get not only this deal, but to get it this quickly, I am surprised. Maybe I shouldn't have been. I thought 5 years, $115 million, which would slot him as the 4th highest paid player ever, seemed about right for a guy who going into this season had thrown 96 passes.
That's true.
The economics in the NFL are strong. And this contract represents labor peace and also new deals. We saw how much Fox paid for the Thursday night package. All right? NBA revenue getting ready to go down. NFL, people talking about it ain't popular, but the revenue and the business model is very, very strong. We are going to see at least 5 quarterbacks with $115 to $130 million contracts in the next 6 months. So this is the
somebody gonna hit $200
normal,
million.
as my man
Though.
Doug Peterson
Trust
says
me.
there in
Trust
Philadelphia.
me.
How much of this is based on the beautiful cloud that it was sat behind Tom Brady, and how much is based on what you actually saw him
Well,
play?
I think
his
Chris
potential
is
based
right that
on
once they traded for him, they were never going to trade for him and not give him a contract. I think his performance in those 5 games changed this from 5 years around 120, what you had said you thought it would be, to 5 years around 140. So I think maybe he got goosed an extra $3 to $4 million
Based on those
a
5
year,
games.
based on and the fact they went 5-0 and he played well in those 5 games.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to talk about that a little bit more, but coming up was getting
All
traded
right,
is the
people.
best thing to ever.
All right, let's cut that off. Good show. First thing first, go look it up if you haven't watched it. Comes on early in the morning. I don't even get up that early. But how do I feel about the Jimmy G deal in San Fran? That's my team. If you don't know it, that's my team. San Fran. Look at the hat, baby. I don't buy hats of teams I don't like. Okay, I just told a lie there. I do got a Patriots hat, so I lied. Okay. All right, y'all got me. Y'all called me out, my family. Y'all called me out. But how do I feel about the deal? Was I surprised? Yes, I was surprised. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't know he would get that much money. $74 million guaranteed, 5 years, basically $138 million. That's a lot of money for a guy who only played, 5-6 games? Now, don't get me wrong. When he came in, my boys went undefeated when he started playing. We went, 5-0, 6-0? We went undefeated. So my boys, we was doing our thing. But how is he going to do next year? Once people now see him, once defenses and the defenses coordinators know how to play him, how is he going to do? Is he really going to be hot? Is he going to be that quarterback? Is he going to be that future quarterback? Are we going to put him in the same boat as Carson Wentz, as the Russell Wilsons? Is he going to be that? Or is he going to be like all the other Patriots quarterbacks that went somewhere else after they left New England? The Matt Castles, the Jacoby Brissetts, who look like they should be doing what I'm doing. They should be on YouTube. They shouldn't be doing quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So is he going to look like that? So it's going to be interesting to see. I feel like my 49ers had to give him that deal. We had to pay him that money. It's so hard finding a good quarterback. Now, like I said, I don't know how good he truly is. But from the 6 games that he played last year, and he went perfect. He went perfect with those games. I would have had to give him the money too. Because it's too hard to go out here and draft a quarterback. It's too hard to go. You could have got one in free agency. Possibly Kirk would have came. But, I mean, is he better than Kirk Cousins? From the 5 games that he showed, he was better than Kirk Cousins. He had the best quarterback ranking when he came in out of those 5 games than any other quarterback in the entire NFL. Yes, better than Brady. Yes, better than Russell Wilson. Better than A-Rod. Better than Dak. Better than Kirk. You know what I'm saying? Better than Drew Brees. Better than Nick Foles. I mean, he had the best quarterback ranking. So that's crazy. That's crazy to do that in your first year with a brand new team, with a coordinator who says his offense is not that easy. Shanahan says his offense is not an easy one to learn. And he came in and showed that he could do it. So I feel like we had to give him that money because it's too hard to find a good quarterback. Through the draft, even through free agency, you could get Kirk Cousins and he might be a bust. He might not be that sweet. He might get that money and look weak. Look at J.R. Smith for basketball. He got his money and J.R. look garbage right now in Cleveland. So, you could give somebody their money and they start looking garbage. Same thing can happen with Jimmy G too. He can start looking garbage. So I'll just hope and I pray that he looks good though, that he continues this up, that he is the quarterback, that we can't talk about him like we do Carson Wentz, like we do the Russell Wilsons, like we do the Aaron Rodgers maybe in the future. I agree with Chris Carter all the way though. These other quarterbacks now, like Aaron Rodgers, like these other quarterbacks coming up, Kirk Cousins, these boys about to get paid. If Jimmy G got that much money off of little 5 games, these other quarterbacks about to get A-Rod. Aaron Rodgers is about to get buku money. You hear me? Stupid money. Boy, I wish I was part of that. I wish I was part of his family. Wish my last name was Rodgers. I might change it and just say I'm his black cousin. You know what I'm saying? Mama fooled around on the black side. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, these other quarterbacks are about to get paid. So he's the highest paid for now, like Chris Carter was saying. For now, give it a few months and you're going to see a whole new book opening. So shout out to the boys and First Things First, Chris Carter and Nick Wright. I'm so proud of that last day. I got that name right, baby. Shout out to them boys. But my JMO family, it's your time to shine. Leave those comments at the bottom for me. Let me know what you think. Do you think the contract was worthy? Do you think Jimmy G is worthy of that contract? How do you feel? Do you think 49ers was pushed into it? Me personally, I think they was pushed into it. I think they had to give it to him. They didn't want to lose him. I think they had to give it to him. So you tell me how you feel, my JMO family. Let your boy know. Once again, thanks to all my JMO family out there for viewing the videos, leaving comments, hitting that subscribe button. Thank you for hitting the subscribe button. I never say that, but thank you for hitting the subscribe button and becoming part of the JMO family. Once again, to all my new viewers out there, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, thumbs down button, leave comments for your boy. I appreciate all the love. And your boy, Big C, baby, I'm out.